direct speech statement is being converted into indirect speech. So whatever comes after that becomes a reported clause in case of indirect speech. And what is the reported verb? This is the reported verb. Because when we convert the direct speech into indirect speech, if in the direct speech we have the reporting verb in simple past, that will remain in simple past in indirect speech also. But if it is in simple present tense, then it gets converted into simple past. Okay, so this is the sentence structure. In the same way, you see the next example. Then a man shouted, "Get out of there fast." Now, this part of the statement or speech report becomes reported clause. This is the reporting verb. I am writing short form RV. And get out of there fast. This becomes, it is reporting clause. This becomes a reported clause. Okay. The postman said. This becomes reporting clause. This becomes RV, that is reporting verb, and this becomes reported clause. Okay. Now, just focus upon these two words, reporting and reported. Or you can see here also reporting or reported. So what is reporting? What is somebody is saying? That part of the speech report. And what that person has said, that part of the speech report is known as reported. Okay? Fine. Now come to the next topic, which is reported speech punctuation. Now, how do we use punctuation marks in direct speech and indirect speech? This is also very easy to understand. Now, what happens in case of direct speech? See, I have got an example over here. I couldn't sleep last night, he said. Now, let us understand, or let us see the punctuation mark. I hope you know about the punctuation marks. If you are not clear about the uses, that is all right. We will discuss that also. But you should know that what are punctuation. The punctuations are the symbols which are used to to give a kind of a particular meaning to a statement. If you write a group of statements or a cluster of statements in one go, you won't be able to understand the meaning. So you should know where you have to stop, where you have to pause for a while, what are the extra informations that you have to give in the statement. So for that purpose we use punctuation mark. Okay, let's see this example in case of direct speech. I couldn't sleep last night. Now, as we discussed a while ago regarding a reported clause, this is the reported clause and this is the reporting clause. Okay, now what we have here, see. Now, in case of direct speech, the reported clause is always set off by double inverted comma, or the reported clause always comes inside the double inverted comma and it is set off by a comma. This is double inverted comma and this is simple comma. Now, in case of direct speech, the reported clause comes inside the double inverted comma and it is set off by the comma. Nothing happens to the reporting clause. It is just a part of the speech report. Okay, this is one example. See another example of direct speech. Rita said. Now this becomes reporting clause. Okay, now you see, and this becomes a reported clause. Okay, now reporting clause, after this reporting clause you see a comma here, the double inverted comma, and inside the double inverted comma we have the reported clause, and the reported clause is set off by the comma. This is the punctuation mark, the basic punctuation mark that we see in case of direct speech. Okay, what if when we have question or exclamation mark in direct speech? So if the direct speech is question or exclamation, we use a question mark or exclamation mark, not a comma. That is, we use a question mark or exclamation mark, not a comma. For example, is there a reason for this? Now this is an interrogative statement or a question. Now when we have question as reported clause, when we have a question as reported clause or an interrogative statement, basically we see the statement inside the double inverted comma. Because it is an interrogative statement or a sentence, we have this question mark, but here you don't see any kind of comma. Now in some of the books you will find that after the reporting clause, when we have interrogative statements, after the reporting clause we have a comma, and this entire portion is is as it is. So in some of the books you will find that that is not wrong altogether, but when you have the order of the statement like this, that is, when the reported clause comes in the beginning, then the reporting clause, thereafter you see this kind of a sentence structure. Like when the reported clause is coming in the beginning, you see it is set of it is inside the double inverted comma, there is a question mark, and plainly the reporting clause comes after this. When we have an exclamatory sentence, again it comes inside the double inverted comma, then we have an exclamation mark, and we have the reporting clause. Again you will find that when the order is inversed, when the reporting clause comes before and the reported clause comes afterwards, and if the reported clause is an exclamation sentence, you see the same kind of a this thing structure you find in some of the books. Suppose this can become in this way: she shouted. I hate you. You may find this kind of a statement in some of the books. It is not wrong. Alright, fine. This is about the punctuation mark in case of direct speech. What is in case of indirect speech? That is the punctuation mark. Let's see this example, the first one. She told me they had left her without money. Nobody had gone in or out during the previous hour, he informed us. Now let us analyze these two statements. Now, when we have indirect speech, generally the punctuation marks are not used. So, let's see the first statement. She told me they had left her without money. Now here that is not used, but you can use it, there is no problem. You can write in this way also: she told me that they had left her without money. So this part of the statement becomes reporting clause, and this part of the statement becomes reported clause. Now why the comma is not used over here? I give you a very simple trick. What happens in case of direct speech? We see that the reported clause is set off by the comma, the single comma. And when we convert this direct speech into indirect speech, this comma gets changed into that. That's why no punctuation mark is used in case of indirect speech except the full stop, which is a very usual one you find almost in all the statements. Okay, that is the comma that we see here in the direct speech, that is the single comma that sets off the reported clause, and when we convert this direct speech into indirect speech, this comma gets changed into that. Or you can say this comma and the entire double inverted comma gets changed into that. That is why the punctuation mark is not used over here. Again, there is an exception. If the reported clause comes in the beginning followed by the reporting clause, then we use a comma. How? Suppose nobody had gone in or out during the previous hour. Now this part of the statement is known as reported clause. We are seeing the example of indirect speech, and here we have the reporting clause. Because the order of the speech report has been changed in case of indirect speech, that is, usually it should be reporting clause followed by the reported clause. But in case of indirect speech, if the reported clause comes in the beginning, then we use a comma and thereafter we use a reporting clause. That is, it becomes in this way: reported clause, comma, reporting clause. But if we just inverse the order, or if we bring the usual order, he informed us that nobody had gone in or out during the previous hour, then there will be no use of any comma or any other punctuation mark except the full stop. What about in case of question mark or exclamation mark? Well, we don't use any exclamation mark or question mark when we convert the direct speech into indirect speech. Suppose when we convert this particular statement here, is there a reason for this question mark, she asked? When we convert an interrogative statement into indirect speech, we don't use any question mark. When we convert an exclamatory sentence into indirect speech, we don't use any question mark. Okay, so I hope up to here it is clear to all of you. Now tomorrow we'll do the rules and regulations of reported speech. Thank you.